So there are the different properties of population, and though yesterday I gave you different statistics and I played with these statistics and explained the different causes of the different types of the data. But one US demographer, Ackerman, in 1959, he classified the population resource regions. Population resource regions. And he said there are the 5 regions. There is difference between area and region. Region is always a purpose-oriented landscape. When we talk about the high population region, population areas, area is there where population is there. But when we talk about the high population region, the landscape within area, वो region जिस पे ज़्यादा population है, वो area जिस पे population ज़्यादा है, that is region. Region is always purpose specific. That is formulated for a certain purpose. And out of those 5 regions, basically Ackerman, he classified the world population into 5 different types of the regions in 1959. You can see that time the world was different and present day world is different. अगर आज वो करते तो आज शायद कुछ और बनाते. But by that time, what was the picture of the world? But it gave a broad view. So he said types, 5 types of population region. First he said US type. Second he said Europe type. Third he said Egypt type. Fourth he said Brazil type. And fifth he said Arctic type. He gave basically 2 properties: level of availability of resources, and level of technology, not level, application of technology. And population density. US type of population region. US type population available of resources, rich resources. Application of technology very high. You can say high level of technology, application of technology. And the population density, it is moderate population density. Population density is moderate. US. Now come over to Europe. Availability of resources very low. Low availability of resources. Europe, they don't have natural resources. Whatever resources they had, they were exploited because industrialization started from Europe. They used their own resources. You know, some resources, England, they had the rich coal deposits, but none of the coal mine is left behind in Europe now, in England now. You know, Rhine River Basin, Saar region, they all are almost exploited. They don't have petroleum. In entire Europe, petroleum is available only in some part of Romania, Ploiesti region. Or some oil is also found in offshore in North Sea. When we fly from London to say Frankfurt, from the aircraft we can see in the North Sea, oh, these are the oil well platforms. Oil platforms are visible at different places because North Sea is floating on the petroleum reserves. But on the land they don't have petroleum. So England, Germany, Netherlands, they all, and Denmark, they all are exploiting petroleum from the same oil field. So they have little petroleum in North Sea and in Romania. Rest of the Europe, they don't have resources. Like Sweden is the country that is rich with iron ore. So Dannemora is the mine, and there are some other mines are also there, but they don't have coal. They have surplus iron ore. So they are deficient of the mineral resources, natural resources. They chopped all their forest. Europe is almost free from forest. Most of the forest they have cleared for economic gain. जब कोयला खत्म हो गया तो पहले लकड़ी को ही कोयले की तरह यूज करते थे when steam engine was invented. So they chopped all the forest. Few taiga forests are left behind, but most of the forest they are cleared where human habitation is there. So none of the natural resources, a few or limited, very low level of resources are available. But the level of technology, application of technology is very high. Very high. So the population density is high. High population density. This is one combination. In broad terminology, I would say Ackermann gave a parameter here. Egypt type. Egypt means, for Ackermann, Egypt means along the Nile River, not the desert one. So in Egypt, availability of resources was low. Not low, moderate. Moderate. Because agricultural resources are there. Application of technology was low, but population density was high, rather very high. So main occupation here is agriculture. So this is moderate, high and very high. Now Brazil type of population. Availability of resources, Brazil high. Resources तो हैं. Brazil is full of mineral resources. It's a storehouse of mineral resources. Application of technology is low. है नहीं. इसके होने से क्या होगा? Resource है, technology नहीं है. So population density is low. In terms of the total vast area, the population density of Brazil is low. Brazil has out of the total population of Brazil, 95% population lives only along the coast of the Brazilian warm current. Oceanic currents are playing vital role for maintaining the high population density. Say, suppose this is the Brazil here, and in Brazil here, suppose this is the Brazil here, the city Recife, this is Rio, this is Sao, Rio de Janeiro, and there is a port city near Sao Paulo that is only for that was developed for the trade of coffee, because it is the coffee growing area. It's all equatorial dense forest. These dense forests are known as selvas. Selvas. Sometimes students सोचते हैं pampas, llanos, campos, ये सब grassland है तो selvas भी grassland होगा. No, selvas are the densest equatorial evergreen rainforests. ये सबसे डेंस रेन फॉरेस्ट दुनिया के हैं, they are called selvas. So it's full of forests, it receives maximum water, and there is a river, world's largest water discharging river, Amazon is there. So 95% population of Brazil is living along this coast. Rest of such a big country, vast country, full of mineral resources, they are having only 5% population. Though these are one of the largest urban agglomeration on the earth. दुनिया के सबसे बड़े शहरों में से ये दो शहर. So most of the population is living in the coastal region, and just to explore this area, Brazil has opened gates for the European people. You come, explore this area, and take the mineral free of cost. But you explore and develop the area. They to develop to make the region accessible. Though we have Trans-Amazon Highway, there is a highway which moves from Rio to Lima. Lima is the capital of Peru. So it is Trans-Amazon Highway. It crosses like this. This is very interesting road. So they have low, but population is very low. And Arctic region, availability of resources very low because climate is so adverse. Polar region, frozen region, permafrost, permanently frozen region. 10 साल भर बर्फ जमी रहती है. Where soil is also whatever the water moisture is available in the subsoil, मिट्टी में भी तो कुछ moisture होता है, उसका भी temperature वो भी frozen होती है. So life plant cannot germinate in the soil even. And level of technology is nil. Yes, all tribal population. So the population density is very low. Only tribal people can live. So here, on the basis of this, we have, according to Ackerman, we have 5 different types of region. One is very low, one is very high, one is high, and one is moderate. Broadly we can say, but इसको भी हम अलग कर सकते हैं. So these are the 5 different type of population density region found in the world. Now this is Ackerman's, because Ackerman take the resource and level of technology. But now picture has changed. So this is one classification you should know. On the basis of this Ackerman's result outcome density, there are the 5 different type of regions found in the world. First, you can say, first region is the region with very high population density. Population distribution, region with very high population density. Number 2 is high population density region. Number 3 is moderate density region. Number 4 is low population density region, and number 5 is very low population density. So there are the 5 different type of regions, the distribution of the world population. Now come over to number 1, very high population density region. What are the very high population density region in the world? Very high population density region are basically where urban population is, urban agglomerations are there around the urban centers. Urban centers are basically population islands. They are also pronounced as heat islands. So population islands are there, or very high population density found in the area where intensive subsistence rice dominated food grain cultivation is prevalent. In areas जहाँ चावल बहुत ज़्यादा पैदा होता है, गर्म एरिया में जहाँ plain, so basically East Asia, Southeast Asia, the deltaic region like Bangladesh, very high population density, like eastern states of India, West Bengal, even Brahmaputra Valley, Bihar, Bengal, eastern UP, they are the high population density region. Same in Irrawaddy river basin, मेनाम रिवर बेसिन जिसको चाओ फ्राया रिवर बोलते हैं, मेकोंग रिवर बेसिन इन साउथ ईस्ट एशिया, यांगसी रिवर बेसिन एंड आइलैंड्स, सुमात्रा आइलैंड, जावा आइलैंड, बाली आइलैंड, फिलीपीन आइलैंड, फिलीपींस, मिंडानाओ आइलैंड, मिंडोरो आइलैंड, Luzon Island. So these are the areas with very high population density. Apart from that, the density like in Egypt, Nile River Delta region, or population density found in high population density found in Western Europe. Small countries like Belgium, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Denmark, even England. But we cannot put England etc. in very high population density. So these are the areas of very high population density where intensive subsistence food, अनाज पैदा हो जाता है, फिर whatever the lifestyle is there, that is not the matter. So apart from that, second category is high population density region. High population density where climate is suitable. Sometimes when topography is plain or not, that is not important. Like Japan, location is very important. Japan is the insular location, islandic location, very close to continent but away from continent. So Japan has all adversaries. It is located on the ring of fire. No mineral resources, no fossil resources, no petroleum, neither any source of energy, neither coal. They have little hydroelectricity, but that hydroelectric, all rivers get frozen during winter. Round the year that electricity is not also available. So, but they have a river, oceanic current, warm oceanic current. So that is called Kuroshio oceanic current. Suppose this is the mainland and this is the Japan. All islands. There is the warm oceanic current. What's the name? Ambus. क्या नाम है इस ओशनिक करंट का? है बेटे? आरण्य का। इन जापान के 4 आइलैंड है बेटे, इनके नाम बता दो। करंट मत बताओ मुझे पता है करंट आपने याद रिकॉल कर ली। हाँ? So this is Hokkaido. अरे आपको नहीं मालूम? Hokkaido. The largest island is Honshu. यहाँ टोक्यो है. Then small fishing island that is called Shikoku. And this is Kyushu. Island एक mountainous है. There is the Fujiyama is here. Hiroshima is here. Nagasaki is here. Kobe is here. Kyoto is here. Osaka is here. There is a triangle. Osaka, Kobe, Kyoto. Kobe, Kyoto, Osaka. This is Hiroshima. This is Nagasaki. This is Shimonoseki. This is Yamata. So these are the different cities. But 3 बड़े शहर. Osaka is the Manchester of East. Japan is, they don't have agricultural land. They are not producing cotton. But they are the largest producer of cotton textile. They are the largest trader of cotton textile in the world. सारी दुनिया से best cotton import करते हैं, उसको कपड़ा बनाते हैं, they make the best fabric and supply to the world market. So they are the best trader, largest producer. Osaka. It is bigger than the Manchester. So all they import. So this is, but what is the advantage? यहाँ क्या है? अर्थक्वेक्स हैं, वोल्केनोज हैं, सुनामीज हैं, टाइफून्स हैं. They are having all adversaries, but one climatic advantage is there, that is this warm oceanic current. एक एडवांटेज ये है, it is not linked with the continent, so इसका कोई दुश्मनी नहीं है. So they need not to invest on the defense. Investment on defense is always non-productive. कुछ फायदा नहीं होता. That is only for protection. वो प्रोडक्टिव नहीं होती. So they are not investing like in India. 23% of the total GDP we are investing on our security. So that is going waste. इसका तो कोई वेस्ट जाता ही नहीं. वो 23% तो इनका टोटल डेवलपमेंट में लगता है. So that's why they are having. But this Kuroshio, warm current, WC, warm current, oceanic current. It increased the temperature of the eastern margin of this, and from the north there is a cold current. What is the name of this cold current? OASCO. आप सबको बताया हुआ है, आप भूल जाते हो, और ऐसा कोई स्टूडेंट नहीं होगा जिसने नहीं पढ़ी हो. सबने पढ़ी है, सबने असाइनमेंट भी सबमिट किया है मुझे, तो आप भूल क्यों जाते हो? हम सरप्राइज. विशाल याद थे? हाँ, तो this convergence zone of both the currents makes the suitable temperature of the upper layer of the ocean to make the plankton. Photosynthesis होता है, plankton formation के लिए ideal conditions होती हैं, and this is the best breeding ground of mackerel, herring and sardine fish. So they are also having the tuna, and they are also having the cod fish. Cod, tuna, mackerel, herring, sardine, anchovy. They are series different types of nutritious fish. Perishable and non-perishable fish is available, and these warm currents makes the temperature very cozy. इतने ठंडे में भी, because this is the area, eastern margin of the continents are very cold and on high latitude, because westerlies are blowing, and westerlies make the eastern continents very cold. Eastern margin of continents very cold, but this current makes the temperature suitable for human habitation. Though Hokkaido they don't have good climate, but Honshu and Kyushu, Shikoku, they have very good climate because of this warm current. Wherever the warm currents are there, we are having the high population density. So this, because fish plankton formation is there, temperature is there, plankton provide the fish, and they have the free food available over here. हिंदुस्तान की तरह खेती नहीं करनी कि किसान आधा सारा टाइम खेत में ही पड़ा रहे, इस खेत में ही काम करता रहे, फिर आखिर में हार्वेस्टिंग के टाइम पे ओले पड़ जाए, हेल स्टॉर्म्स आ जाए और किसान फिर भूखा का भूखा. या तो किसान को कुछ करना ही नहीं, जाना है और सी में से अपना खाना ले आना. He has nothing to do with the harvesting and anything else. So farmer is free from the burden of their food security. So farmer is the people here are secure for their food. Climate is suitable, and they have the insular location, trading attitude, and industrial aptitude. So that makes the country a very skilled, super specialized industrial region. Simultaneously, England, it's a small island located near the mainland. England is not attached with the mainland. So they have the North Sea and they have the English Channel that separate the England from rest of the Europe. The same similar conditions are there. They have warm Gulf Stream drift, northwest drift. The Gulf Stream, warm Gulf Stream, one of the drift of the Gulf Stream came towards England and make the climate cozy, and that provide the condition. They have the same banks and the platform for the formation of plankton. Those platforms on the continental shelf, जहाँ plankton formation होता है, प्लैंकटन फॉर्मेशन वहां होगा पानी में जहां तक सनलाइट जाएगी। मैंने आपको बताया था फिश के बारे में।
300 मीटर।
सो 200 मीटर तक sunlight can penetrate in the water, so plankton formation may take place in that area only. So उसके लिए अगर कॉन्टिनेंटल शेल्फ अवेलेबल है, प्लेटफॉर्म अवेलेबल है नीचे, so that increase the formation of plankton. So those platforms, Dogger Bank, Fisher Bank, Lahave Bank, there are hundreds of platforms, and platforms are named, and they are good for the breeding of fisheries and the plankton and small fish and the big fish and the demersal fish and the pelagic fish. Basically that is the reason of herring and mackerel and sardine and other anchovy and the cod and the tuna. All fish they have in England. So they are England and Japan, all insular countries. Almost same features are there in New Zealand, islandic country. Not the part of mainland but away from mainland but close to continent. They are also having similar conditions. So all these regions are the highly populated region of the world with high population density. So they have suitable climate, they have industrialization. Apart from that, the interior of the continents in the monsoonal climate, Pakistan, northern India, peninsular plateau, North China, Huanghe Basin of China, not South China. South and East China is very high population density region. North China, no, जहाँ ठंड बढ़ जाती है, still Huanghe river is there. So that region is high population density region. Like in Australia, southeastern part of Australia, if I make the small Australia here, this part of Australia, New South Wales region of Australia, this is very suitable, having very suitable climate. 5 important cities, Brisbane, Melbourne, Adelaide, Sydney, Canberra, all are located in the southeastern corner. Only one city here is called Perth. Perth is having the Mediterranean climate. This part, only Perth is having Mediterranean climate. Mediterranean, similar, which is free from rain in summer. It receives rain in winter. Very suitable climate for human habitation. Cape Town is Mediterranean climate in South Africa. Chile, Santiago, Chile is the Mediterranean climate. California is the Mediterranean climate. All wherever the Mediterranean climate is there, we are having the high population density. But this is west coast climate. This southeast Australia is west coast climate. So British type of climate, it receives rain almost round the year. None of the month is dry. They don't have long dry. They receive rain almost with regular intervals round the year. So in such condition, basically these are the high population density regions. And the moderate density generally found in the grasslands, in the interior of the continents. When we move from the coast to the continent, in the interior of continent, the density, population density, carrying capacity, climate getting adverse, carrying capacity becomes low, and the cropping regions also getting restricted. Near the coast we have ideal cropping seasons, ideal cropping temperatures, but when we go to the interior of the continent, cropping temperature reduced. So all the grasslands, whether it is prairie grassland or the pampas grassland or the savanna grassland, whether it is tropical grassland or the temperate grassland, Llanos grassland, Campos grassland, you know all the grasslands because I have discussed them in detail. Apart from interior of the continents, we have the moderate population density, not very high, and the properties of moderate are these, where cropping, I simply added one more characteristic, that is crop growing seasons. Cropping seasons should be there. So all the interior of the continents, grasslands, and where some industries could flourish, we have the moderate population density. And the